Hello YouTube, Tross here again, and today I'm going to show off this nice gold farm that I've made here. And right now there's a big set of portals. Oh, you can see there is a zombie pig up here. This set of portals is 6 wide, 6 deep, and 8 tall, giving us just under 700 portals total. There's like 672, and you can see there's all hatches that are flipped, so if zombie pigs come through, they think they can walk on the hatches, but they fall. And one fell here, another one fell over there, and every so often they'll drop a gold nugget, and then this collects them. There's a gold nugget. You can take 9 gold nuggets and combine them into a gold ingot or bar, and make powered rails or any other items you want out of it. What happens is you can see there's pistons holding back water, and every 3 minutes there's a hopper timer over there. It's actually very similar to the timer that powers the mob farm, which is up there, except it's set for shorter. Every 3 minutes it lets the water out for I think 30 seconds. Or not shorter, actually this is longer time. Longer time between letting the water out and longer amount of time that the water's out for. But that washes all the gold nuggets and zombie meat or rotten flesh into this channel here, and then down to a hopper that collects it. The problem is, while the water is running, right now the height between the bottom and these bricks is 30 blocks, so that the zombie pigs die on the upon hitting. But when the water is running, they don't die. So I actually had to implement a crusher, basically, that if any of the zombie pigs fall into the water while it's flowing. And here's the water. And you see these will get washed into here. Hopefully we'll get one falls into the water. I'll show you the crusher in action. Yeah, so basically a little hard to see, but the items will get stuck there until the water turns off. Oh, there we had one fall. And water should be turning off any second now. Oh, and we got another one. Just trying to stay away from him. Oh, the water's turning off. And now it will return back to its previous flow. It flows back sort of to the center, and I'll drop down here. This is the crusher, the redstone for it, and here's the main crusher. It's a tripwire. They'll hit the tripwire, which will activate a double piston. And meanwhile, all the items are sucked up and put into this hopper here. Yeah, occasionally they manage to jump out a little bit, but the water pushes them back right in. Yeah, he's jumping in. There's a mechanism to prevent it from getting stuck. If it turns on and off too fast, the block can get unstuck from the sticky piston. But you can see, oh, it's all collected. I do have a minecart that comes by here every so often and collects the items. Basically, there's this comparator here. You can see there's a powered rail, and let me turn the hood back on here. So, see the comparator turns off the torch, which then stops powering powered rail, and minecart will stay there until all the items are emptied. The half block does not prevent items from being collected by the hoppers. If the items from the flow end up on the half block, it'll still be sucked up. Basically, yeah, there's a double piston here and basically this is a ABBA switch, where this is A. Sorry, that's B, and this is A. Actually, I think I have that. No, the right side is A, left side is B. What happens is we need. There goes the minecart. We need the top piston to push down first when we're going down, but it needs to stay on until after the bottom piston has retracted. So we want the top piston to turn on first and turn off last, and we want the bottom piston to turn on last but turn off first. So we have this little arrangement here. Basically, this gets powered, which immediately changes this state. This one goes through 2 delays, but it also powers this one. So when the power turns off, this will turn off, but it's still being powered here. So this one has to turn off first, and then this one will turn off. That would, when the top piston, when both pistons are down. Let me just put a torch here. If the top piston is down and tries to retract, it won't retract the bottom piston. If once the bottom piston retracts and the top piston retracts, it just pulls the top piston and leaves the block down. We don't want the block to be partially blocking this path. It would have been okay, but I want to pull it up further. So I have an edge detector here. It detects when this torch is turning off and gives 1 pulse, which we then delay a little bit, so this piston gets pulled up, and then it does 1 little burst again to come down and pull that block back up. And the water's running again, so let's remove this. See, there's that pulse, and it is now pulsing because the zombie pig is in the way. Kind of have when it also pulses, this piston pushes out, which cuts this to prevent it from being turned on again. You can see, so temporarily while it's resetting, it can't be turned back on again. To let the next zombie pig fully get in there. But that's how this works. And again, the minecart grabbed it. But we basically get every 3 minutes, 4 or 5 nuggets, which is pretty good. And we can add more portals to get more zombie pigs to spawn. That's how this works. So yeah, every few minutes we got, let me fix the wall there. We got a minecart coming through to collect it and bring it back to this place I'll show you in a video or two. This is also, like I said, it's right on the mob farm. I'll probably show you guys all this neat stuff in the next video. Here's the witch farm that I built previously. This rail track is new. That goes to the iron farm and also up to the mob farm that I showed you last time. But little new stuff here. The chest here, I now have a comparator, and there's a, kind of see the edge of a hopper underneath of it. And basically built this room so the comparator powers this line. When it chest is a little more than half full, it will turn off this torch, which will let this hopper pull stuff out of the chest, bring it over to this hopper here. When this hopper gets full, it'll basically same circuit, will turn off this powered rail, and I have a minecart with a chest that comes periodically every 4 minutes or so, sees if there's anything to pick up, and then goes back. So that's a modification I made to the witch farm. Hopefully the next video will there's a witch now. I'll show you the last bit of new farms I have in this area, and show you what is done with all this stuff. So I'll see you then. I hope you enjoy this. See you next time.